How are we doing? What a beautiful morning here in Ballincollig Regional Park. So I'm doing a bit of walking and talking. So today I want to talk about how seeking perfection can hold you back in any sort of goal, but especially in your fitness goals. And this is especially relevant for busy parents. So let's say you have the goal of getting fit and getting healthy, and let's say you have that goal, but you're waiting for that perfect time, because at the moment life is very, very busy. You're busy with the kids, obviously, your job is very busy, so you just can't seem to fit in time for your health and your exercise. And maybe you've attempted to fit in time for your health and your exercise, but because you try to do too much too soon, you try to do that perfect program, you try to get that perfect diet, all that sort of stuff, and you might do it for a week or two and then realize, nah, I can't do this, it's unsustainable, because you were seeking perfection. When you are busy in life, you have to let go of perfection, and you have to be realistic with your goals and your expectations. So for example, if you're like me, a dad pushing on 40 next year, and you've got kids, and maybe one of your goals, fitness goals, might be to get a six-pack. It's probably not a realistic goal for a dad of two kids, unless you have time for perfection. So if you want to get down to low levels of body fat, your diet is going to have to be fairly perfect. Your exercise regimen is going to have to be fairly perfect. And maybe then, if you're disciplined enough over a long period of time, yes, you might achieve that six-pack. But chances are, if you start off with that goal of the six-pack and you try to get all your ducks in a row, you try to have the perfect exercise program, the perfect nutrition program, you might do it for a couple of weeks, but then as life gets in the way, you've days out with the kids, you're lacking sleep, you're tired, you're cranky, you've dinners out, social events, christenings, weddings, all this sort of stuff. You're like, nah, I can't do this. So you just pack it in. The goal of the six-pack is gone. And that's just an example. I'm just using the six-pack as an example. But be realistic with the goals. So instead of setting this huge goal of a six-pack, which is like, I've often had it myself and I've often failed miserably. What you want to do is just have the goal of, look, I just want to be a little bit fitter and a little bit healthier, and I want to have more energy throughout the day. And then how you do that is take little simple steps. So one of them could be, do you know what, now I'm going to go for a walk every day, or I'm going to aim for 6,000 steps a day. Start with 6,000, up it from there. That's one little thing. Nutrition wise, you could say, do you know what, I'm going to cut off snacking after dinner at night. Just going to focus on that for a couple of weeks. Okay, I guarantee if you did that for a few weeks, just no snacking after dinner, you'd lose a few pounds. Absolutely. And then you might say, okay, I want to start some resistance training. I want to build some muscle, but I don't know where to start. Just start with doing a couple of press-ups every night of the week. Get good at press-ups, throw in a few sit-ups. Little things like that. Then you go, geez, I'm starting to enjoy this, how it feels. Then you might start looking up workouts on YouTube. And then once you kind of get into it on YouTube, you go, do you know what? I'm going to join the gym. I have confidence. I like this. I like how this feels. And then when you join the gym, what you want to do is don't seek out the perfect program. Don't say you're going to go 5 days a week. 2 days a week is probably plenty. 3 days a week if you can. And then when you're in there, you want to get in and out in as little time as possible. And you want to make your workouts short, efficient, effective, so they fit in to your busy schedule. Okay, will the workouts be perfect? Absolutely not. Will you feel like doing the workouts most days? Absolutely not. But once you build up momentum, once you take small steps every day, you make these little habits part of your daily routine, and it just becomes easier. Why? Because you let go of perfection. Okay, personally, this is how I like to coach my clients. We'll start week one with one little habit that I want them to put into their day, and then if that's working and they're consistent with it, I'll add something else. If that's working and consistent, I'll add something else. But over time, I won't overwhelm them with too much too soon. It's a little habit building on another little habit. And from there then, after 12 weeks or after farming, 5, 6, 7 good habits, and they're good to go for the rest of their lives really. And that comes that those habits are based around exercise and nutrition. So week 1, it might be walk 6,000 steps. Week 2, it might be walk 6,000 steps plus drink 3 litres of water every day. Week 3, it might be walk 6,000 steps, drink 3 litres of water every day, and try to eat 50 grams of protein with each meal. That's an example. Week 4, again, we have the first 3 habits nailed. Then we'll add maybe try to get 7 hours sleep every night. Yeah, good chance of that if you've got small kids. But you see what I'm trying to say? You're layering up the habits, and that's how you make things more sustainable over the long term. Instead of going all in on this perfect program, maybe you found this perfect program online, maybe you've seen this influencer talk about this perfect diet. You're like, fuck it, Jad, I'm going to do that. That's what I need to do to get results. So you go all in and you're all guns blazing for the first week, second week. Then the third week, you're starting to feel a little bit burnt out. Fourth week, you're starting to feel disappointed with yourself because you're not able to keep up with the pressure or the requirements of the program that you've chosen. And then week 5, you're like, here, do you know what? No, fuck this. There's way too much to this health and fitness crack. I'm just going to go back to my old ways. Okay? So stop. When you're busy, stop seeking perfection. This doesn't exist. But that's not to say you can't get fitter and healthier. It's just going to probably take a bit longer than it did when you were young and free. Progress isn't going to be as quick. You're probably not going to experience the same level of results, but that's okay. That's okay, as long as you're realistic. But you can still have a goal of fitting back into your favorite t-shirt or dress, whatever it is. You can have the goal of, do you know what, I just want a little bit more energy. Because if you're tired, if you're too tired every day, that's more of a reason to actually take up exercise and practice self-care. Because it's going to give you a little burst of energy and it's going to make you more productive throughout the day. Okay? So that's just a little bit of advice. An example for myself about perfection would be, I've not done YouTube videos because all along I'm going through YouTube, comparing myself to others, and they have these fancy videos, fancy editing, and like, I just don't have time for that. So I didn't bother doing them. But what I said to myself only a couple of weeks ago is that, fuck perfection. Fuck the editing. I'm just going to talk into a camera on my phone and post that. And hopefully it might resonate with a couple of people. If it helps 1 or 2 people, it's worth doing. But it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. But I'm still doing the thing. I'm still building momentum. I'm putting up content, and that's going to help me build my online business going forward. All right. Any questions about any of this? If you need advice, need coaching, need any resources, love sending on people free resources. I think it's always good to help without seeking things in return. Please get on to me at John Fitz Coaching on Instagram. Hit me up with a DM, and I'm happy to help you get started and get over this waiting for things to be perfect. All right, chat to you soon.